Hello, everybody. Welcome to the pregame show with Drew Dekes here ahead of the Montreal Canadiens and Edmonton Oilers game tonight from the Bell Center. As you saw on the thumbnail here, Eric Staal making his Montreal Canadiens debut. Looks like he'll be on either the second or third line. Now, I want to address this because it looks to be that Jesperi Kotkaniemi has been knocked down to the fourth line, but that may not necessarily be the case for the entire game tonight. And we're going to get into that in just a second here as we look at the Montreal Canadiens lineup and Eric Staal making his debut. Where does he fit in is the question. Well, in my opinion, right off the bat, the first thing that I think of when I think of Eric Staal is he fits in anywhere you put him. And if I'm Dom Ducharme tonight, with this whole thing about Jesperi Kotkaniemi going down to the fourth line and fans kind of not sure if that's a step backwards in his progression. What I think if I'm Dom Ducharme, I'm doing tonight is saying, KK, you're going to watch Staalzy tonight, watch his habits, watch how he does what he does, and then just take whatever you can from that and implement it into your game if need be. Because I think there's going to be so much for guys like Nick Suzuki and Jesperi Kotkaniemi to learn from a guy like Eric Staal, who's been a proven center in the National Hockey League for upwards of 12 plus years, 15 years or something like that. And there's just going to be a lot to learn. So we're going to go into the lineup here, guys. Let's take a quick look. Right here, we're starting, of course, with Tatar Dano Gallagher. Again, no surprises. And then it appears, according to our list here on Habs Tonight Twitter, based on the way the lines are set up, that the second line would be Jonathan Drouin, Eric Staal at center, and then Tyler Toffoli on the right, followed by Corey Perry, Nick Suzuki at center, Josh Anderson on the right for the third line, and then the fourth line, Paul Byron, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and Arturi Lehkonen, which would mean that Jake Evans would be the healthy scratch tonight. But I just want to address this because there was a really interesting quote from Dom Ducharme that came out from his pregame press conference earlier addressing the line situation and where guys are going to be. And the quote from Dom Ducharme is this: "I'll tell you after the game tonight who was our first line, second line, third line, and fourth line." Basically just hammering home that point that whoever plays the best is going to play the most minutes, right? So that's kind of the approach that Dom Ducharme's taking. This is not a demotion for Jesperi Kotkaniemi. This is an opportunity for Jesperi Kotkaniemi to watch one of the best centers that's played the game in the last 10 to 15 years in the NHL, and Nick Suzuki as well. We didn't get a chance to really look at the defensive pairings, guys, so let's do that as well. And of course, they do remain the same, with Shea Weber on the top line with Joel Edmondson. And then you've got, I got to pull it up here. Actually, just give me 1 second. I'll get that going for you guys. But no changes is the long and short of the story here for the defensive pairings. But what we are looking forward to seeing going forward is Ben Sherratt returning to the lineup. We don't have a for sure timeline just yet, but we do know that it's going to be at least another 2 to 3 weeks. And then when that happens, we've also got Otto Leskinen getting the recall from Laval to join the taxi squad from the Montreal Canadiens. So that's another interesting thing to watch, is to see if when he'll maybe crack the lineup, maybe taking Victor Mete out. We'll kind of see how that goes. But also wanted to address the other night's game against Ottawa. A tough game, right, guys? And the reason I want to address that is because a lot of fans were upset with Carey Price. Once again, big surprise. He's always going to be the biggest whipping boy, if you want to say that, for this team because of the expectations that are constantly always on him for his entire career. But what I wanted to address was I looked at all the goals again, and I really took a good little breakdown of each one. And I really didn't like maybe one of the 5 goals on Carey Price. There was a tip in. It was really a lot of defensive breakdowns was the main thing. And Jeff Petrie having like a -4 is a complete rarity on this team. Him and Brett Kulak have been paired together. And honestly, Jeff Petrie has had the most success this season playing alongside Joel Edmondson. That's just a fact. That's where Edmondson's had the best plus minus in the entire NHL among defensemen. And Jeff Petrie, who we were referring to a lot of this season as Jeff Norris Petrie, has what looks to be like an anomaly of a night. It's a one night off, just a game where he probably wants to forget it. But, we can't. Habs Tonight, the team here doesn't want to focus on too much negativity. I think you guys are getting that sense from us on Twitter and everywhere else that we're posting our stuff. So it's not that we're being not down the middle or unrealistic about our viewpoints. It's just we want to try to focus on what the Canadiens are doing right when possible. And if something really needs to be called out in a respectful way, we'll do that. But we're not going to bury a guy. We're not going to do that. That's just not our style. So just wanted to address that. But I think that Carey Price also getting the start back in net again tonight is another big sign that, again, he's just going to come in and try to have a huge bounce back night. Mike Smith going to be in net for the Oilers. So it's going to be a tougher night for the Canadiens. They had really good success with Edmonton's second string goalie there. And tonight it'll be a bigger challenge, right? So we're going to see where Eric Staal fits in and really can hopefully make a big difference for this lineup. And I think we're really just anticipating all the good that he can bring. And that's offensively, defensively. He's playing alongside Drouin and Toffoli. So we've got a lot of potential here. And there's really, he's got a lot of potential just in general as a hockey player, but he's going to have such an effect on this team in a lot of positive ways. And not just the young guys. I think the winning spirit that Corey Perry and kind of Eric Staal both have, the pedigrees that they have, can really rub off on the entire team. And that's what I'm expecting to see. So him and Toffoli and Drouin tonight, he's going to try to give those guys some open looks. And I just can't wait to finally see him. I was just thinking about it before the game and how excited I am to see Eric Staal back in. And it's just an exciting time to really hopefully see this lineup take shape, because what Dom Ducharme is kind of saying here with all this line juggling is we're figuring out, who our guys are going to be down the stretch into the playoffs, and we're going to have to solidify that chemistry. The trade deadline's coming up on April 12th. So this is going to be a time to really figure it out. So that's why I think so much juggling is going on with this lineup right now. And that's a good thing, because we have an opportunity to see who's going to be the guys, who are going to be the guys that we can rely on going forward into the final stretch, down right into the playoffs. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Not a whole lot to get at in this game. It's a big one because, of course, we got Eric Staal on our first glimpse at him tonight. And I really hope that his presence has a really positive effect. We're going to see who plays the best this game, and that's who's going to get the most ice time. So don't look at it as, Jesperi Kotkaniemi's being dropped down to the fourth line as a demotion or anything like that. These guys are going to be feeding off his energy tonight. They're going to be on the bench with him. There's going to be a lot of communication, hopefully. And that's where I feel like we're going to get the best results, is just where the players are going to get the best results is just by being around him and seeing what he does and how he can help their game. So go Habs, go, guys. It's going to be an interesting one. We've got Autour de la Ligue was just recorded, and that'll be released. Of course, our French show, which goes around the league with Annick and Shane. You don't want to miss that. And most definitely something that is such a huge asset to the Habs Tonight team is having French coverage right here on the Habs Tonight channel. You're not going to get that anywhere else from French fans. Just a perspective that you're going to absolutely love. So don't miss that. And of course, stay tuned, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's been a really great week. And if you guys didn't get a chance to see that clip on Dale Weiss commenting on Carey Price's comments not too long ago about the possibility of Carey not caring anymore, a really great clip that you don't want to miss. Really took off yesterday on our Habs Tonight YouTube channel here. Be sure to check that out. And we'll see you guys post-game tonight. It looks like Alyssa and Steffi will be hosting the post-game show tonight. So be sure to tune in for that, guys. We really promote big time diversity on this channel. We love having the ladies on. They're awesome. They bring such a fun spirit and perspective. And for Alyssa Hope over here, I got your boy on the wall right here, Alyssa. So don't think we don't want to acknowledge that. So we appreciate everything you guys are doing. And Habs Tonight fans, let's go have a good game tonight. We'll see you guys after the Habs game. Go Habs, go.